Welcome to the City of Long Beach's new Atlantic Bridge housing community. As part of the city's Everyone Home Plan, this community will provide a safe place and services for people experiencing homelessness. Today, Deputy City Manager Teresa Chandler and Health and Human Services Director Kelly Colopy will provide a virtual tour of this new community space.
We were able to use $8 million of our state funding for homelessness to help purchase this property. And then we applied to the County of Los Angeles for funding to be able to do all the capital improvements. So we had $8 million to purchase the property, and then $3.4 million was what was spent to turn it into the campus that we see today, that you're getting ready to see. This bridge housing community has so many great features. So first of all, it's 125 beds, so 125 people can stay here. We also have a special room for intake and screening. So it's a special office where people can check in, and then we make sure that we learn all about what they're trying to achieve and what their success looks like for them, and we work through that process. And we also have what we call a hot box. So a hot box is where we take people's materials and their belongings, and we put it through. We put it through to make sure that it's clean and that it's safe for everybody. We have case management and connection offices. We also have common areas. So we have a dining room, we have laundry room, we've got a catering kitchen to be able to make sure that everybody has all of their meals. Restrooms and showers. These are gender specific and also couples. We do have a family respite room. So while this is an adult housing location, if a family comes in and they need support, we have a special place for them overnight so we can connect them to a family support system. And then, as you can see, there's plenty of parking, there's outdoor space, there's even a dog walk. So we're excited to take you on the tour.
So in looking at the buildings here, so there's a lot of opportunities for building a bridge housing community. There's all kinds of housing out there. What we decided to go with first primarily is these modular units. Because we're going to build out the rest of this campus in the future, we just wanted to use the modulars to facilitate a smooth and cost-effective transition to a permanent housing site later on. And so as we build out the campus, it just makes it easier that way, because the modulars can be moved if we need them to be. So outside of the city departments, Public Works, Development Services, the Department of Health and Human Services, and all the other departments that were involved, this site was delivered, or this campus or project had the support of 5 different contractors. So I definitely want to highlight their work. William Scotsman, they brought in the modulars. Sully Miller, they did the site grading and pavement work. CLBW, Fire and Domestic Water Service. SCE, which is our power connection, and Expon JOC, which is campus utilities and tenant improvements. So we're very grateful for their support. So talking about program elements, so we're right in front of the administration building. And so we do have a subcontracted partner who went through a release for proposal process to win the award to be the provider here on campus. So Volunteers of America Los Angeles was selected through this competitive process, and they will operate the community under a contract with the city of Long Beach. So they'll be in partnership with the health department, the homeless services division will be their direct link to the city, but we're very excited that Volunteers of America is the contracted partner that will be here with us. So this site is considered low barrier, and what that means is it's designed to allow people access when they are ready for shelter. 24/7, a lot of emergency shelters, typically the model is people come in at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. and then they're asked to leave the site by 7 a.m. We're not asking people to leave at 7 in the morning. They're going to be connected to services before they come in, even before they come on campus here. It's really meant to help people stay connected to services and get on a long-term housing track to permanent housing. So with that, Kelly's going to talk about how to access and get connected to services here.
So the primary access to our bridge housing site is really through the multi-service center. So we are working with folks, so They can come into the multi-service center. We do some assessment there. We work closely with them and then determine their next steps in terms of housing, and that would be a primary link here. Or they can be referred here from the multi-service center and be assessed here on site as well, because we'll be co-located. Our homeless services staff will be co-located on this site to increase that opportunity. After 5 o'clock, so the doors here close at 5 to people who are not already assigned and living on campus. But our emergency services, our outreach workers, or the police department can bring someone here after 5 o'clock if there is room for them to stay, to make sure that we have a direct connection to those services. So once people are on site, they can be referred to a number of different other different services, and those are health services, our mental health and substance use services, employment training, and then also like benefits advocacy, as well as connecting them to opportunities for job training and other types of education. So now we'll start the tour of the actual campus. So this is the administrative services. That's the first place that someone comes in. And then the way that the sites are set up is there are specific units that are for men, specific units for women, and then there are couples units as well. So we're going to take you through, and then there are restrooms and showers for individuals and for couples throughout the site. So this is our starting place. So this is where the showers are for the men. And then you can see the men's dorms. So this side of the campus is our men's side. And each of the dorms has individual beds and bunk beds in different combinations. So the other thing I wanted to share is our pet area. We're very excited that we have a designated pet area. So many people experiencing homelessness have an animal, and one of the reasons that they don't want to come in to housing or into services is because they're afraid they'll have to give up their pet. So this is a pet-friendly location, and we actually have a specific space for pets to exercise and be fed, and where they can stay and be close to their owners.
So as we walk through campus, you can see that we've got these planter boxes, and it's just really beautiful here. And so we've had some really amazing donations from the nursery next door. They donated all of the plants that you see, the beautiful greenery. And then we also had Quality Painting, who did some beautification. They painted the large bunker out front, as you saw when we first walked in, and they did some other locations and walls painting across the campus as well. And so we're very grateful for their support and all the donations that came in. We're walking through, you can see that we've got outside spaces, a cellular charging tower for folks. We just want to make it as comfortable as possible, and especially during COVID, that's really important.
So as you can imagine, as you are trying to open bridge housing during COVID time, you also have to pay attention to a lot more things. So the way that these are set up, in our normal times, it allows for 125 people to stay. But however, during COVID, the bunk beds, we won't be utilizing the top bunks at this time, so which will reduce down to 100 beds for now. And then we also make sure that all of our beds are at least 6 feet apart, and so we're making sure that people are able to distance, as well as our meals and other things will be offered outside. So while we have a large dining area that we're very excited about, at this time, just to really ensure that people have as much distance as possible, we'll be offering most of our meals and everything else at outside locations. And we'll continue to operate this way until our pandemic is over. So now we're going to take you into the dining hall. So the dining hall normally, not during COVID time, would be the location that people would eat, and it's where the kitchen is. So it's a catering kitchen. Food will be coming in from off-site and then warmed and prepared here for folks. But given that it's COVID time, we're actually going to be setting up tables all around outside so that we make sure that we have our best opportunity to avoid any COVID exposures. So our parking lot right out in front of the dining hall will become the dining area for some time. In this spot, we also have our family site, so if a family comes and they need a night just as a family respite area before we can connect them to services the next day, this is also where they would be able to stay away from everybody else.
All right, so we're getting ready to leave. We are so grateful for you for going through this virtual tour with us. But as we're leaving, I have a couple more things to point out. So across the parking lot from the common area, we have our laundry facility so folks can do their laundry at any time here on campus. We also have a storage facility. So not only are there lockers inside the common area for everybody and also storage under each of the beds, but also there's this common storage area where people can bring their belongings as well. We also have a security office, so there'll be 24/7 security here on site. And then we also will be working in partnership with the quality of life officers of the North Division with the City of Long Beach Police Department. And so it really is a partnership around security. We also have parking, so folks that have vehicles can park here on campus as well. So with that, I have to offer thanks to all of the city departments that came together to make this happen. So not only was the health department really a piece of this, we also Public Works, Development Services, Economic Development, the City Manager's Office, and all the other departments that really came together to make this happen and make it happen quickly and efficiently and really with quality and care. So we're excited for our community members to start moving in. They're going to start very soon. And thank you again to Volunteers of America for being here and for opening the doors here and making this campus a real life place for people to live and thrive and grow. So with that, I want to turn it over to Kelly, and thank you. I thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for being with us this afternoon. I also want to give a big shout out to our council members. They approved our ability to purchase this land and to be able to utilize our resources and really have been supportive. And our Council District 9 office has been so important to this work and working with our community. So just a big shout out to all of those who have made this possible and to have really opened our arms and their hearts in the city of Long Beach to be able to create and to build new opportunities for people experiencing homelessness. So thank you, and we look forward to the day when you can actually come out and visit and not have to tour and follow us around by video. Thank you.